Here's why you don't want results quickly. Simply put, especially as a young man, it's not about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process, because you have so much of your life ahead of you. The older I get, the dumber I realize I am, the more experience I realize I don't have, the more perspective I gain in how dumb I am. Point is, I realize that so much of the difficult times I had in my adolescence and early adulthood, which is still continuing, I think will benefit me really greatly in the decades to come, which really are the core of my life. When you're younger, it's really more about setting the table. And I think all those things happen to you are the silverware, place settings, whatever. You can say any sort of metaphor for that. But to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I was a college lacrosse player, just finished my career this spring, technically have one more year of eligibility, which I don't want to use. Had 2 extra, or they weren't really extra, but an additional 2 from COVID in 2020 and 2021. Point being, I had a very difficult career. My goal was to be a college lacrosse player, or All-American, excuse me. My goal is to be an All-American. I very much failed in that goal. I would say I worked a lot harder than a lot of people and achieved not nearly as much as I had hoped. In the moment, I think I gave everything I had. In hindsight, I could have worked a lot smarter and done a lot of things differently. But ultimately, I failed. But what that experience gave me is, one, a ton of motivation to be better and improve, because I'm frankly salty about the experience I had, and think about all the mistakes I made and all the ways that I feel I maybe wasn't given my due at times. But so it gave me that. And then secondly, it's given me, I think, so much perspective on so many things and so much confidence, not necessarily in my ability to say I was a collegiate All-American, but rather confidence in saying I endured. I was resilient. Well, endured years over years, was resilient, worked really hard with little return. Even in an environment that I felt like that wasn't going to value my best qualities, I still found a way to have success. I started every game I was able to in my last year, with the exception of the first one because I was sick. But in saying that, I can't swing my dick around and say I was an All-American. But in every life circumstance I go into now, I know that I can endure for years, even if, frankly, I feel like the circumstances are, could use some colorful language, but baloney, ridiculous, extremely frustrating. And along with that, having to deal with frustrating and sometimes ridiculous people in the process. But had maybe an easier career where I kind of felt like the tide was in my direction, maybe I would be more confident or maybe more arrogant now. But how deep and true would that confidence be? Or really, would it be more of a superficial, externally validated form of confidence, if that makes sense? So this can bleed into all sorts of things, not just my college lacrosse career, but even like the gym. I think of so much of my character, the way I see the world, the confidence I have in a lot. It's not because of the fact that I'm quite strong and, look like I lift weights, whatever. It's more a result of all the hours and time and thought I've put into the gym. And I really mean that. And say my physique and strength goes away, which at some point in my life, it will. I will still have gained those intangibles through the process. And it's given me a sort of confidence that I can only have through actually doing the work. So when somebody wants results quickly, or when somebody wants to take SARMs or steroids to get that sort of physique, on one hand, I get it. It takes a long time and a lot of hard work. But then I'm like, you're really missing out. And a lot of people don't realize that. They don't think that way. But I really mean that. And I feel like if I didn't struggle in all the realms of my life as much as I did, socially being one of them, would I have the confidence to record this video on my phone, or, just be myself and feel as congruent as I do, having come from that hard place where I really struggle with that and having to actually figure it out? So that's that's my tidbit before I enter the gym. I think this angle is a lot better than this angle. I find this angle really hot. Joke. It's not that hot. Point is, I hope you found value from this video. And, you know, in life, it really is about who you become. And that's like the most dad truism cliche phrase ever. But as I get older, I realize a lot of that stuff is cliche, truism, whatever, for a reason. So have a great day.